So good morning, all. Happy Friday. Welcome. It's a 1-hour gentle Kripalu yoga class. It's Judith. As you know, for this class, we use a yoga mat. If that's not available, you could use a folded blanket or beach towel, perhaps, on a padded surface like a carpet, just to protect the joints. It's nice to have a set of yoga blocks. These are the styrofoam version. If you don't have blocks, you could substitute with water bottles, canned goods of equal size and weight. I have a squishy mat. I have a towel I've rolled up as a substitute bolster. So if you have small cushions maybe, or some folded towels or blankets, that might be useful. Nice to have a yoga strap. And this is easy to substitute if you don't have one, with a scarf, a belt, a dog leash, bathrobe tie, etc. Optional items would be hand weights. This is a set of 1-pounders. The heaviest for this class would be a 2-pound set of weights. Nothing heavier than 2 pounds. S'il vous plaît. And then last of all, the chair. So we have a nice stable metal folding chair here. If you start pushing weight on it, it's not going to shift. It'd be a good idea maybe to put it on a sticky mat, or where the legs, the back legs could meet where the wall meets the baseboard or the floor. And that way, you know, if you're pushing, it's not going to go any farther. So just so you know, also, if whatever's being offered doesn't suit your body, as you know, you can modify, you could do something else, or you could skip it. So just check in with the mind and the body as we move through the practice, just noticing what it's asking for, what it's saying, and no self-judgment, okay? So today, for a change, we'll start sitting. How about that? So finding your way down to the earth, maybe using the chair to assist you to get down there. And then once you're on your mat, maybe you would like to sit on a folded blanket or towel just to help lift the hips and then tilt the pelvis forward. So imagine that pelvis is like a big bowl and you're spilling water out of the front of the bowl. So the idea is to get that pelvic girdle rocking forward as best you can. Finding your way to Sukhasana, if that's available, that's easy pose. The ankles are lined up, one in front of the other. If folding the legs doesn't work, keep the legs straight. Or if you have the blocks or something like a rolled towel, you could just place it under the knees for more support. Also another option. So you can decide what works for you this morning. So pulling the flesh away from the sits bones, organizing the legs, the arms, and letting the head float up towards the sky like a helium balloon. And then you're rooting down into the earth from the sits bones. So yang energy from above, yin energy from below. Let's go ahead and start circling the ribs. Nice and easy. So imagine the ribs are a separate entity. Maybe something like a hat box where you could just place it on the table, a flat table, and just start circling. So with this, we're gently warming those internal organs. As you think about inhaling forward and then exhaling, squeezing navel to spine as you come around the back. Big full breaths all the way down to the bottom lobes of the lungs. Now, when you find an opportunity, let's start circling in the opposite direction. This might not feel the same. It might feel the same, but maybe not. So we're squeezing those internal organs, pumping in fresh blood and life force, oxygen, sitting tall for 4, 3, 2, 1. And then you're going to come back to center. Let's start rolling some shoulders here and get the shoulders warmed. So imagine you're tracing invisible circles in the air with the shoulders, opening the chest. Big full breaths. And now let's circle in the opposite direction. And then bringing that gradually down to stillness. Hands can come by the side of the body, palms face the sky. Inhale, up. Exhale, press the arms down by the side of the body. Inhale, arms straight up. I'm modifying on my one side. Exhale, lower down to the earth, lifting and pressing. Inhaling and exhaling. Let's do 4 more. Taking your time. 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Arms go up one more time. And now twisting to the right. So the back hand can go by the hip. This front hand can clasp the thigh, avoid the knee joint. You're looking over the right shoulder to the wall behind you in a seated twist. So let's just slightly release the twist. Inhale, slightly release. Exhale, squeeze and turn. Inhale, slightly release. Exhale, squeeze and turn. Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And now sweeping the arms through center. Inhale up. Exhale, twisting to the left. Back hand can be by the hip. Front hand placed on the thigh. Avoid the knee joint if you can. So you're in a seated twist looking over the left shoulder. Inhale, slightly release. Exhale, squeeze and turn. Inhale, slightly release. Exhale, squeeze and turn. Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. And then unwinding it, triple slow time. Hands come to the side of the body one more time. Inhale up. This time going forward like you're stretching your arms over a pile of something. You can decide what that something might be. The palms are flat into the mat. The fingers are spread wide. And you're just trying to get the chest close to your calves, to your ankles. However far the body's willing to go, but you're not going to force it. So it's your optimum stretch, not your maximum. Maybe it's a little twist here, little micro movements in the center. Maybe it's a static press. And now let's tiptoe over to the right. To the knee and thigh while we're here. Again, it could be micro movements. Or maybe it's just a static press. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to center. Tiptoeing over to the left. Oh. Now you're grounding through that right sits bones. Maybe the left hand goes slightly farther forward than the right. You can decide if that's workable or not. And here again, a static press or maybe little micro movements would feel yummy. This side might feel different than the other side. No judgment here. Let's come back to center. Let's walk the hands back towards the torso. If you've got the feet and legs crossed, reverse the position of the feet. Back foot in front, front foot in back. Same idea. Inhale up. And this time we're going forward. Exhale over the pile of whatever. And then the hands are going to land here. And you're pressing the palms into the mat. Fingers are spread wide. We're stretching the tendons in the hands. And one more time, maybe you want to do little rocks here, little micro movements, but maybe it's just a static press. This fold of the legs might feel different. Just noticing. Let's tiptoe the hands over to the right. Oh, you're grounding through the left sits bones now. Oh, big stretch for the left side of the body. Back to center, over to the left. Oh, you're grounding through that right sits bone. Saying hi to the left knee and thigh. Inhaling deep, full breaths into that back body. Let's come back to center. Before sitting upright, see if you can tiptoe the fingers maybe an 1/18 of an inch farther forward, but maybe not. Maybe you can drop the forearms to the earth, but maybe not. Maybe you can touch your forehead to the mat, but maybe not. maybe in some other lifetime, perhaps, or not. For 4, 3, 2, 1, staying right here. This time, imagine you've got a strap around your hips and you're being pulled to the wall behind you. With your palms in front of you, you're pulling the mat towards you like you're trying to drag the floor towards your chest. Crown of head is not dangling, so it's crown of head lines up with tailbone. And let's go ahead and do that isometric pull for 4, 3, 2, 1, and then slowly walking it back, taking your time to get there. Oh, do little wiggles if that feels good. Let's go ahead and take our little bird hand. So it's the 4 fingers together, meeting the thumb. And we're going to start in the middle of the chest, the thymus thump here. So you can, it's right here in the center. And then if you want to go up and down the torso as well. So the thymus gland is the one that's responsible for your immunity. So we're waking that little baby up. Oh, and we open the chest, bringing fresh chi to all of these areas. Let's go ahead and bring that to stillness. Let's extend the right arm out to the side. So you're going to take either the bird hands or maybe the flat of the hand, and you're going to start tapping down the inside of the right arm, the yin meridian. You're going to flip the arm, go up the outside of the arm, the yang meridian. When you come up to the shoulder and the neck, you're going to pause there. And maybe you're going to tap, and maybe you're going to just take your fingers or your knuckles and work yourself into that big meaty muscle there right on that right shoulder. Oh, and this is certainly we all know is a place that gets so much tension here. Lots and lots of tension. Let's extend the right arm one more time. We'll do 2 more passes down. Don't forget the neck and shoulder. We'll go back down one more time. And then again, a little bit of pause here at the neck and the shoulder, just giving it some attention, some love, some massage, breaking up some of that concrete stuff in the shoulder. It feels that way on me anyway. And then let's go returning to our thymus thump, up and down the torso, tapping on the thymus area. You could do this in the morning just to wake yourself up out of bed. Let's go ahead and extend the left arm and come tapping down the yin of the left arm, flip the arm, coming up the yang side. Oh, don't forget the neck and the shoulder. Let's go back down the arm 2 more times. Last pass down the arm, back up the arm. Now we're going to pause here at the neck and the shoulders. And you can either tap with the flat of the hand, maybe with your bird hands. Maybe you want to get your fingertips there, kneading that meaty muscle right there in the shoulder and the neck. Oh, maybe the knuckles. Big full breaths for 4, 3, 2, 1. And then coming back to neutral, let's take the left hand. You're going to wrap the fingers around the right side of the neck. So you're drawing the fingers and the hand to the left as you turn the face and the head to the right. Back to neutral. Fingers wrap around the right side of the neck, turning the head and neck as you draw the fingers deep into the neck tissue. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Oh, this should feel yummy, especially if you've got tight shoulders and the neck. We're going to take the right hand. The 4 fingers wrap around the outside of the left part of the neck. And the fingers drag to the right as you look with the face to the left. Taking your time with this. Nice steady pressure. It's not a death press. It's just a nice massage, nice pressure. Oh, sighing, moaning, groaning is also an option. We're all muted. And then coming back to center, let's go ahead and do one more time with the thymus thump. And breathing. Let's go ahead and now bring that to stillness. Let's extend the arms out to the side. The palms face the earth. Little pumps with those arms. Breathing for 4, 3, 2, 1. Flip the palms to the sky. Little pumps up. Little pumps up for 4, 3, 2, 1. And let's rotate the thumbs now. So the thumbs are rotating forward, pointing towards the earth. Maybe they want to twist all the way to face the back wall, but maybe they don't. For 4, stretch the fingers wide. 3, 2, 1. Rotate thumbs forward now, going up towards the ceiling. Now turning to the back wall, maybe turning to the floor, but maybe not. Don't force it. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's flex the wrists. The palms face the side walls. You're spreading the fingers wide. Drop right ear to right shoulder. See if you can drop shoulders away from ears. Rocking the head back, rocking the head forward, rocking the head back, rocking the head forward. We'll do 4, 3, 2, 1. And then right ear returns to right shoulder, coming back to center. Left ear to left shoulder. Head rocks forward, head rocks back. Forward and back. This side might feel different. 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Left ear to left shoulder, coming back to center. Float the arms down, triple slow time. Resisting the gravity. It's okay to say ow, because I'm going to say ow. And then just shake them out. Shake out those arms. Let's go ahead and extend the legs forward now, straightening them out. The feet will be flexed. If you want more support under the knees, just roll those blocks underneath there for more support. Again, pulling flesh away from sits bones. Let's go ahead and take the arms up overhead. Inhale. This is like a water wheel. Exhale, going over those legs, and then dragging the arms along the side of the legs as you lift up. Inhale up. Exhale, stretching over. With this one, taking your time. Inhale up. Exhale over. Let's do 2 more like this. Inhale up. Exhale over. Inhale up. Exhale over. This is the last time. We're going to stay over. Inhale up. Exhale over. Now maybe you grab thighs or shins or ankles. Maybe there's a strap around the balls of the feet. You can choose. I'm stretching out the low back one more time. The back is flat. The crown of head is still lined up with tailbone. Maybe little rocks side to side might feel delicious, but maybe not. Maybe it's just a static press. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Back to center. Right hand outside of left ankle. Right hand outside of left ankle. Wrap the left hand around the back of the body. It could stop at the sacrum, maybe opposite hip crease where the fingers can slip in there. And you're in a forward fold, but you're twisting and you're looking over the left shoulder to the wall behind. For 4, 3, 2, 1. And then keeping in the fold, but unwinding out of the twist. Left hand grabs outside of right ankle. Left hand grabs outside of right ankle. The right hand wraps around behind to sacrum. Maybe opposite hip crease. This side might feel different than the other side. We're in your forward fold. We're twisting, looking over the right shoulder to the wall behind you. Try not to let the head dangle here. For 4, 3, 2, 1. And then coming out of the twist very slowly. Let's go ahead and float the torso upright. The hands can come right behind, right by the hips. The fingers point behind. And then the feet are going to flex and point, flex and point. You're spreading the toes wide as they are willing to go, and you're flexing and pointing. Maybe you want to add in a circle of the ankles. Try not to slump here. If you're circling the ankles, you want to circle in both directions. Big full breaths. Nice and easy. Very nice. Let's bring the feet to stillness. Now take the legs a little bit more farther apart, not too much. Hands can still stay behind by the hips here. We're going to externally rotate the legs, internally rotate the legs. External and internal, sitting tall for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And then just shake the legs out. Let's go ahead and bend the right leg. We're going to leg, bringing some blood flow into the leg. And then when you come to the knee joint, you're just going to slide those hands along the knee joint on the side, just to bring in some warmth. You're not going to be pounding away on the knee joint, please, because heaven knows they're crabby enough as it is. Okay, let's go ahead to the thighs. And we're going to start going all the way around 360 degrees on the legs, on the lower leg, on the ankles, up and down a few times. And then we're going to bring that to stillness. And taking one hand behind the back of that right knee, you're going to start circling behind the back of the right knee. Just taking the one hand and circling away. That's where a spot on your body where the lymph dumps on its way up so that it's expelled. And the lymph doesn't have a pumping mechanism. The heart pumps the blood. You and I are pumping our lymph by just moving the joints and massaging. And then bringing that to stillness. Let's take the energy up the leg one more time. Inhale up. And then bringing that back down to stillness. Let's fold or semi-bend this left leg. We're going to start massaging that low leg, the calf and the shin. Breathing. And when that feels complete, you're going to just slide the hands along the side of the knee joint. Just a little sliding. So you're bringing some warmth to that area, some blood flow. And then we're going to move up to the thigh and start massaging and tapping the thigh all the way around. And when that feels complete, let's go back down to the ankle and come back up the leg. Being mindful of the knee joint. Go back down to the ankle one more time, come back on up. And then bringing that to stillness, we're just going to draw the energy up from the ankle all the way up the leg. Very nice. Let's go ahead and just shake the legs out, shake them out. Oh. And let's go ahead and extend the right leg long. We're going to bend the left knee. If the left knee doesn't come to the earth, you can prop it with a block or a rolled towel, perhaps, or a cushion. Let's start with the torso facing forward. The arms are going to float up to the sky. Inhale, and then exhale, tilting over to the right. The top arm should be by the ear, fingers stretching over past the crown of the head. I'm modifying. This is my still injured side. Getting better, but still modifying. Right foot is flexed. Bottom arm could be on top of the leg, in front of the leg, or on a block in front of the leg. The top ribs spin open to the sky. Fingertips stretch to the side wall for 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to center. Top elbow bends. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Let's do 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Stay over. And that top arm is a single unit where you're going to just circle for 4, 3, 2, 1. Other direction. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. And then coming back slowly, allowing the arm to resist gravity as you come down on the left. And now we're going to just take a slight turn, about 10 degrees, with the torso to face that extended right leg. Big inhale up. Exhale, going over that leg and just placing the hands somewhere, either on the mat, perhaps. I have my hands crossed on the shin. I'm not allowing the head to dangle. So imagine the crown of your head is aiming towards that big toe, but you're not going to let the head droop. For 4, 3, 2, 1. And then coming up slowly, slowly, no rushing. We'll switch over to the other side. So you're extending the left leg long now, bending the right knee, sole of right foot goes into inner left thigh. I'm propping my right knee here on this side. And we'll start with the torso facing forward. The left foot stays flexed throughout. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, tilting over to the left. So that top arm is by the ear. It's the fingertips stretched to the side wall. The bottom arm could rest on top of the leg, in front of the leg, or on a block in front of the leg. Top ribs spin open to the sky. Big full breaths. One more breath here. Top elbow bends. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bends. Exhale, straighten. Let's do 4, 3, 2. Stay over on 1. Very nice. Now the top arm's going to make little circles for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Other direction. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Coming up slowly to center. Arm floats down. Now you're just moving 10 degrees to the left with the torso. You're facing the extended left leg. Inhale up. Exhale. Over, over, over. Maybe hands to mat. Maybe hands on thigh or shin. Maybe it's a strap around the ball of the left foot. You're trying to get the chest close to the top of the left thigh. You're not letting the head dangle. Big full breaths. Crown of head aiming to big toe. For 4, 3, 2, 1. And then floating up nice and slow. And then taking both legs nice and wide. Here again, you may wish to prop the hips with a folded blanket or towel. And then the legs are wide, the feet are flexed, knees and toes point up to sky. Nice big inhale with the arms. Inhale up. Exhale forward with those hands. Again, flat palms, fingers spread wide. And you're gently, the operative word is gently, pressing the backs of the knees and the thighs into the mat. Try not to round the back. See if you can keep the back flat. Crown of head lines up with tailbone. Now I'm doing little rocks side to side here just to stretch things out. Maybe you would prefer a static press. It's your choice. You are in charge. And then bringing that to stillness, I'm going to slightly bend both knees, just very slightly. And you might want to close the legs a little bit. Now you're going to take your arms, one forearm under right calf, other forearm under left calf. And you're going to start straightening the legs very slowly, which should bring the chest somewhat closer to the earth, but maybe not. This is tortoise pose. Stretching out the backs of the legs, hinging those hip creases forward for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then slightly rebend the knees, slide the forearms away from underneath the calves, and then bringing the soles of the feet together ever so gently. So we're moving into bound angle pose, Baddha Konasana. So the soles of the feet are kissing. The knees splay out to the side. You can grab either the feet, the toes, maybe the ankles, and you're lifting up through the crown of the head on that helium balloon that's your head, with a golden thread coming straight up to the heavens. So we're going to just, if you want to, let's prop the thighs if that's needed. And you're sitting tall, so you're going to start tilting forward. And this may not be a very large move, but don't force anything here. So with a flat back, you're going forward, 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 until you come to your sticking point, and there you will stop. Big full breaths, opening up those hip creases, which get nice and tight from all the sitting and driving and computing, etc. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then coming back, slowly tilting back upright. So now we're in neutral. We're going to tuck the chin. Inhale. Running forward, crown of head, lifting. Exhale as you come up. Inhale as you go down. Exhale like you're breaking the waves. We're little baby porpoises. Inhale down. Exhale up. Let's do a few more, keeping the back flat. Inhale and exhale. Or if you want to reverse breathing, try that as well. Let's do one more time, just like this. As much flexibility in the spine as you can. Now let's go reversing. So you're going to lead with the chin. Exhale. Tuck the chin. Inhale as you come up. Exhale. Inhale as you come up. Getting the spine as flexible as it's willing to be. Let's do 3 more. Exhale. Coming on up. Exhale. Coming on up. Last one. Exhale. Tucking the chin. Coming on up. I'm removing my blocks now. Now here we can just tuck the elbows in the soft part of the thigh and start rocking side to side just to loosen things up. Moving along any tension that might have crept in there. For 4, 3, 2, 1. And then coming back to neutral. Let's go ahead and fold the legs. Maybe shaking them out. Let's find our way to neutral table. Here you might wish to pad the knees, possibly with a folded blanket or towel. I'm using my squishy mat just to be kind to the knees. And then taking the blocks, if you're using blocks, up to this narrow end of the mat. So for neutral table, it's hips over knees, shoulders over elbows, elbows over wrists. Fingers again are spread wide, pressing into the mat. I'm using low blocks because of my shoulder injury. Let's go ahead and tuck the 10 toes. We're going to inhale, drop the belly, spread the sits bones wide. Exhale, arch and squeeze like a Halloween cat. Inhale, drop the belly, spread the sits bones. Exhale, arch and squeeze like a Halloween cat. So you're finding your own rhythm, your own pace as we go through the cat-cow stretches. Oh, sighing, moaning, groaning might feel good here. Let's do 2 more. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Exhale. The toes are still tucked. Maybe you would like to rock back and forth on the 10 toes. Some people can sit up on their heels. Not an issue. For other people, it's excruciating. So you can decide, staying right here or maybe trying to sit on those heels. for 4, 3, 2, 1. Untuck the toes, pound the tops of the feet. Again, getting blood flow going here. And it's sort of an opposite press from when we were just tucking our toes. And then bringing that to stillness, we're going to go into hip circles. So palms could be either on the mat or possibly on low blocks, if that's appropriate. And you're swirling those hips, big circles, remembering to breathe the long, slow, and deep breaths. Let's go in the other direction. Breathing. Nice and easy. Just a few more like this. Very nice. And then coming back now, let's come to the center. I'm going to be using my sticky mat here, my foam mat. And I've got a block on one side. You could also use that seat of the chair if you don't have blocks. So let's extend the left leg. And we're going to start with it being bent. So you're creating a right angle with those hips. And the pelvis is squared to that straight edge of the mat. So the leg is out 30 to 45. The hips are squared. Nice big inhale up. And then exhale, tilting over. So this bottom arm is pressing on the inside of the thigh. The top arm is stretching away. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to center. And now if you'd like to, go to the other side. You might want to extend that leg, but maybe you don't. And then coming back to center. Let's do one more time this side for 4, 3, 2, 1. This is gate pose. And then slowly coming back to neutral, drawing that knee into the mat with or without assistance, moving your block over if that's what you're using or not. Let's take the right leg out to the side. Again, the leg and the knee are about 30 to 45 degrees to the side. The pelvis is squared to that long end of the mat. Big full breath. Inhale up. Bottom arm presses on the inside of the thigh. The top arm is by the ear, stretching to the side wall. I'm modifying for 4, 3, 2, 1. And then windmilling over to the other side. Arm goes over. Maybe you want to straighten that leg. Maybe you don't. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Leg goes bent one more time. Coming over. And then coming to neutral. Knees come back to center. Let's go ahead and sit down on the mat now. Taking your time. Maybe grabbing some water. And so the knees are bent, the feet are hip distance apart, the toes point forward. Grabbing backs of thighs or possibly the shins. Let's go inhale forward. Exhale back and squeeze. Inhale forward. Exhale back and squeeze. 2 more. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Now we're rolling it all the way down onto the mat, laying the spine down like a string of pearls on the earth. The back of the neck is long. Knees drawn into chest, maybe rocking side to side. Oh, it should feel good. Or maybe circling on the sacrum, the bony part of the low back. And then circling the other way if you're circling. And remembering those deep, long, slow, deep breaths. And then bringing that to stillness. The feet come to mat width apart. Knees are bent, arms are in T position. Windshield wipering those knees side to side. Oh, yeah. So here you can massage the entire back body. You can massage the back of the skull. Whee! It should feel very self-soothing, releasing any tension that might have snuck in there somewhere. And the next time the knees drop to the left, leave them there. Maybe your face wants to look to the right, so it's left bent knees to the left, face and neck to the right. If it bothers the neck to look to the right, just skip it. And here it could be a static press. I'm trying little micro movements here to open up that right hip crease. You can decide. 2 more deep, full breaths right here. And then the knees come back up towards the sky. Feet are still mat distance apart. The face looks up at the ceiling. And the next time the knees drop to the right, leave them there. Face and neck look to the left. So bent knees to the right, face and neck to the left. Again, if it bothers your neck, skip that part, don't do it. Here again, it could be static press. Maybe little micro movements here might feel delicious. I'm doing the micro movements. Big full breaths here. And then coming back to center. Feet are still mat width apart, windshield wiper the knees to recalibrate. And then coming back to center, to neutral. If you're using weights, grab your weights. If not, it's just a soft fist, all right? Let me move this chair away. There we go. All right, so we've got no weight or one weight in each hand. The knees are bent. And I'd say the feet are about hip distance apart, so not mat width apart, hip distance apart. Palms face the midline, extend the arms up to the sky. Round the elbows like you're embracing our friend the barrel. We're opening those arms. Inhale, open. Exhale, squeeze directly over the chest. Inhale, open. Exhale, squeeze. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now reopen. You still have the arms bent. We're doing little pumps here. You might want to loosen your grip on the weights if you're using weights here. Don't let the upper arm land on the earth. Little pumps for 8, 7, toning the pecs, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now reclosing. Arms go straight. Palms turn towards the thighs. Let's take left arm down. Inhale down. Exhale, lift. Inhale down with right arm. Exhale, lift. Don't land those weights. Don't land those hands. Inhale down. Exhale, lift. Inhale down. Exhale, lift for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And now bend the elbows. They come down to earth. Let's go ahead and take the palms facing the ceiling. And the arms are going to go out about 30 degrees there below your hips. So you've got your arms straight. The palms face the ceiling. We're going to bend the left elbow. Inhale. And then exhale as you take left palm to left armpit. Inhale as you reopen the left arm. Let's go to the right. Inhale. Right arm bends. Hand goes to the armpit. Inhale, open. So left to right. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale for 8, 7, 6, 5. Slow it down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And then coming back to stillness. We're going to do the same moves, except we're moving the arm up above shoulder height on the earth. Both sides. We're going to make the same movement. It's just a different angle, and the arm is above the shoulder, if that's available. Inhale, left elbow bends, arm go, the fist goes to the armpit. Open it up. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Arms return to normal position. If you want to lose the weights, you can lose the weights. Let's go ahead and take the heels close to the bum. We'll do a little bit of bridge pose. I'm taking one pound weight in each hip crease. You don't have to put anything there if you don't want to. So we're tilting the pelvis forward on the earth. Inhale, tilt the pelvis forward. Exhale, back and squeeze. You're squeezing the buttocks, the quads, the pelvis. Inhale, you stay on the earth. Inhale, tilt forward. Exhale, squeeze it back. So you're tilting forward on the earth, pelvic tilts. Exhale, squeezing back. Last time on the earth. Inhale, forward. Exhale, squeezing back. Inhale, forward. The four corners of each foot root into the earth as you lift those hips up to the sky. Chin is directly in the center of the chest. You don't want to look side to side on this one. Let's roll the spine down. Try not to let the thighs splay out to either side. See if you can keep them straight. Inhale, tilt pelvis forward. Exhale, squeeze and lift. Woof. Lower it down, vertebra by vertebra. Don't rush it. Inhale, tilt forward. Exhale, lift and squeeze. Lift it. And then lowering it down. Hitting the earth. Inhale, tilt forward. Exhale, lift and squeeze. Let's stay lifted. You're squeezing right butt cheek, left butt cheek, right and left for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Stay lifted. Tap the knees together for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Relift, roll it down, vertebra by vertebra. Slowly, slowly lose the weights. We're back on the earth. Very mindfully draw one thigh slowly into the chest. This is the counter stretch to that baby back bend. Mindfully and carefully draw the second thigh into the chest. Again, maybe little rocks on that back body is what's needed, but maybe not. Maybe it's just a static press, or you're circling. Now, if you've got a strap, grab your strap. If not, you can use your hands on the back of the thigh and or the back of the calf, never the knee. So grabbing your strap, or imagining your strap, loop it around the ball of the left foot. The left leg is moving towards straight, but the knee isn't locked, and you're going to draw that left straight leg towards your face. Breathing for 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Let's start circling with the sole of the left foot on the ceiling for 4, 3, 2, 1. Circle the other way. 4, 3, 2, 1. And then taking the strap in the left hand, grounding the right hip bone with your right hand. Inhale. Exhale, drop left straight leg off to the side. The minute the right hip wants to lift off the earth, you stop with the left leg. Circle the foot and the ankle in the strap. Try to keep the right thigh straight and true. And then bringing any movement in the left foot to stillness. Inhale, coming back to center. Strap goes to the other hand, drop left straight leg to the right. And you don't have to go all the way. The minute you start feeling a nice stretch in the outer left hip, you've done the job. For 4, 3, 2, 1, lifting it up, nice and easy. Let's inhale, bend the left knee. Exhale, straighten the leg. Bending and straightening for 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And then removing the strap. Left foot comes to the earth. And now placing the strap around the ball of the right foot. So again, the right leg is moving towards straight, but you're not locking that right knee. You're drawing the right leg in close towards the face as far as it's willing to go, but it's only your optimum stretch, not your maximum. And then you're going to start circling with the sole of the right foot, cleaning another spot on our ceiling here. Oh. And then you're going to circle the other way. And then bringing that to stillness, you can ground the left hip bone with the left hand. Inhale, right leg drops off to the right. Exhale. The minute the left hip wants to leave the earth, you stop with the right leg. Let's spread the toes wide on the right foot. Circle the ankle, flex and point, keeping that left thigh straight and true. Nice and gentle. And then bringing all movement to stillness. Inhale up to center. Change the strap to the other hand. Right leg drops off to the left. Maybe it lands on something like a block or a couple of blocks or a blanket and a block. It doesn't have to go to the earth. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to center. We're going to bend the right knee. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten for 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Rebend. Right knee, remove strap. Let's very briefly roll onto the left side. You're stacking hips and legs. You're going to float the top right leg. Foot could stay flexed. With a strap or with your hand, you grab shin, ankle, or top of the right foot, and you're going to draw that leg back behind you while you're keeping the hips stacked. So you're not collapsing behind. You're staying in neutral here with the hips stacked. You're pressing the right foot into the right hand presses into the right foot. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And releasing it very slowly, and then finding your way onto the right hip. Slowly. Hips are stacked. You might want to rest your head on the upper arm or on a block. So hips and legs are stacked, tidally stacked. And then you're going to float the top left leg in. With the hand or a strap, you're going to grab the shin, the ankle, or the top of the left foot, and you're going to draw the leg behind you without collapsing backward. So you're pressing the left hand into the left foot into the left hand for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and restack, and then slowly find your way onto your back. And then making any final movements you would like to make to feel complete. It could be just shaking the legs, perhaps. Maybe it's a happy baby. And then finding your way into Shavasana, which is arms and legs 30 to 45 degrees, flat on the earth. Back of the neck long. Maybe you want to roll something under those knees to protect the low back if you have a crabby low back. If flat on the earth doesn't work, returning to feet mat width apart, knees knocked together in restorative rest pose. Or if that on the back doesn't work either, again, returning to the side, stacking hips and legs, resting your head on the upper arm or on a block. If you have an available wall, you might want to put your legs up the wall. That's one option. Or you could sit in the chair, feet flat, palms resting on the thighs, palms downward for grounding, palms upward for receiving. And once you've organized the arms and the legs, just allowing the eyes to drop closed, scanning the body, breathing into any residual tension that might remain. And then noticing that relaxation forming in the soles of the feet. And it moves into the feet, the ankles, the low legs, the knees. And then it moves into the thighs, allowing legs and feet to become very, very heavy. It moves into the pelvis, the hips, the buttocks, the low back releases. And then it moves from the belly into the waist and the torso, enveloping all those vital organs, moving up the chest into the shoulders and rolling down both arms all the way to the fingertips. That relaxation, that softness moves into the throat and the neck now. And then it envelops the head all the way to the crown of the head. The back of the neck releases. The face and the jaw let go. The tongue lies at the bottom of the mouth, teeth slightly apart. Eyes sink deep into the skull, as though a white circle of healing light permeates every cell in the body. Noticing back body and front body, right side and left side. Noticing the whole body together, the whole body together, the whole body together. And here's something from Pema Chodron's book, Welcoming the Unwelcome. When you feel yourself closing down, hardening, and tightening against this precious world or your dear old self, you can use just as it is as an antidote. It's a mantra that you can apply on the spot whenever needed. Simply saying, this experience is complete just as it is, or I am complete just as I am, is a way of catching yourself as you begin to divide your experience in half, into this against that, or me against you. It's a way of catching yourself just as you begin to harden into a dualistic way of perceiving, a view that inevitably brings struggle and dissatisfaction. The wonderful irony about this spiritual journey is that we find it only leads us to become just as we are. The exalted state of enlightenment is nothing more than fully knowing ourselves and our world just as we are. If you'd like to remain here in Shavasana for as long as feels right, please feel free to stay right there. But if you're ready to meet the day, begin to bring some gentle movement to fingers and toes and arms and legs. And when you're ready, drawing the knees into the chest, giving yourself a hug, and then rolling onto your favorite side and pausing there for just a few breaths in embryo posture. And on the next inhale, keeping the eyes closed, press yourself up into a comfortable seated posture, rooting the sits bones down into the earth, drawing the crown of the head up into the sky, scanning the body for the effects of the practice, and thanking the body for all it does all day, every day, and bringing to mind one thing for which you are grateful. And on the next inhale, let's float the palms up overhead, hands meet in prayer, dropping down the midline, stopping at the heart, samastiti. May you be happy. May you be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May you know peace. I salute the bright light in each and every one of you. Namaste. Jai Bhagwan.